Hey guys, we're gonna today's video. Today we're gonna be doing a video that I hope I don't get copyrighted for. We're gonna strike from these people, but it's completely by the Brightside. All credit goes to the Brightside channel. Look them up, subscribe. Yeah, they're pretty good. So we're gonna be looking at their 7 riddles they've got for us on this video because the cube event happened earlier today, and I don't really want. So, without further ado, here we go.
Number 1, the secret password. Matt wants to get into a private club, but the entry requires a password that he doesn't know. So, he steps off to the side and eavesdrops on entering club members giving the password. When one club member walks up to the door, the bouncer says 12. She replies 6 and is let in. Then another member comes to the door. This time, when the bouncer says 6, the man replies 3 and gets in. Matt's sure that he sees the pattern and walks up to the door. The bouncer says 10, and Matt replies 5. To Matt's surprise, the bouncer doesn't let him in. Can you figure out what Matt should have said to get in? You have.
Wait a second, there was a pattern. What the heck? Let's go to the first guy. Yeah.
Giving the password. When one club member walks up to the door, the bouncer says 12. She replies 6 and is let
12
in.
and 6, so
Then
6.
another member comes to the door.
6.
This time, when the bouncer says 6, the man replies 3 and gets in.
So minus 3.
Matt's sure that he sees the pattern and walks up to the door.
Oh, so
The
it's
bouncer
whatever
says
times
10,
2. Wait, no,
and
it can't
Matt
be
replies 5. To Matt's surprise, the bouncer doesn't let him in. Can you figure out what Matt should have said to get in? You have 10 seconds to think
because
about
I know
it.
these kind of puzzles, they're just really difficult. I feel like he just knows he can't get in. He's just not a normal member. That's probably why.
Do you have your answer ready?
Yep.
Let's see if it's the right one. Matt was actually supposed to say how many letters there are in the number that the bouncer said. The word 12 has 6 letters, and the word 6 has 3. 10 has 3 letters, so the password should have been 3. Isn't that easy?
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Riddle number 2, a mugging. A man walked into a police station claiming he had just been mugged. The police officer asked him to describe exactly what happened. So the man explained, I was on my way to the bank, and I had $100,000 in my briefcase. Suddenly, a man wearing black clothes, a black mask, and black gloves jumped me, grabbed my briefcase, and ran away. The police officer noted a fresh cut on the man's face and asked if it were from the attack. The man replied, yeah, the mugger was wearing a silver ring on his left hand, and it cut me when he punched me. The police officer immediately knew that the man was lying. How did he figure it out? Time's ticking.
He was wearing gloves, so he didn't have a ring on. The ring would have been on the glove, and the glove would have protected him from the scratch, so he's lying.
This one's pretty easy if you paid close attention to the man's story. You probably remembered that the so-called victim said that the attacker was wearing black gloves, right? So even if the ring had cut his face through the glove, how could the man know whether the mugger's ring was made out of gold or silver or any other material?
There could be an easy plot hole in this.
Liar, on fire.
Okay, so I got that one right. Except, I said, how would it damage you through the thing? You probably can do that. Here's another thing about this. Yeah, that makes sense. So, it's not... That's actually a pretty good one. That makes sense.
Riddle number 3, Jack's dilemma.
So my dilemma?
Jack has a lion, a lamb, and a bale of hay. He wants to cross a river, but there's only one boat, and it can't hold the weight of more than 2 items at a time. Jack also has to make sure that the lion doesn't eat the lamb, and that the lamb doesn't eat the hay. How can poor Jack get to the other side of the river with all 3 objects safe and sound? You have 10 seconds to find a solution.
Bring the sheep with him. Just bring the sheep with him.
The plan isn't all that difficult. Jack should first take the lamb across. Then he can take the bale of hay across and bring the lamb back. After that, he should take the lion across, but leave the lamb. Finally, he needs to go back for the lonesome lamb and take it across. There, all three get to the other side of the river unharmed. Let's just hope that the lion won't eat him. Oh. Riddle number 4. A life or death decision. Tom was walking in the woods when he suddenly came upon a big house. The house looked abandoned, so Tom, in true scary movie form, decided to check it out.
Yeah,
but as soon as he walked in, you know what happened. The door behind him slammed shut.
Oof.
Tom found a note saying the door behind him is locked, but there are 4 unlocked doors that he can use to get out. The problem is what's behind those doors. If Tom opens the first door, he'll immediately fall into a tank full of hungry sharks.
Ooh.
Behind the second door is filled with lethal gas. Behind the third door awaits an unescapable well full of water. And if Tom chooses the fourth door, he'll face a chainsaw-wielding serial killer who murdered 100 people in 1918 alone. Dang, psycho. So, which door should Tom choose to survive?
Sharks barely ever attack humans.
Starts now.
1, because sharks barely ever attack humans. Only 1 shark attack a year. So, I go in the freaking sharks.
What a choice to make, huh? Looks like death is behind each one. Well, death is waiting behind each door, except for the last one. Although the killer sounds like the last thing you'd want to choose, he was slaying people a century ago. So Tom will probably just be met by a dusty old skeleton covered in cobwebs. Harmless. Well, unless you don't like dust or spiders.
Spider-Man? I didn't think of that.
Riddle number 5. Card trick. Adam is given a deck of 52 cards. He knows that there are 13 cards facing up, while the rest are facing down in a random order. He needs to create 2 piles with the same number of cards facing up. Oh, and Adam is blindfolded and can't see a thing. So, how can he do it?
I don't know. Let's just see this one.
Easy. Adam just needs to take the first 13 cards from the top and simply flip them over. Done.
Oh.
If you don't believe it, let's break it down together. Imagine you took the first 13 cards from the top. Let's say there are 9 cards in that group that are facing up. That means the remaining pile would only have 4 cards facing up, since we know from the beginning that 13 of the 52 cards were facing up. So if you flip the first pile over, 4 cards will be facing up, and 9 will be facing down. 4 and 4. There you go.
Oh. I don't know.
Riddle number 6. The odd one. Look carefully at these 5 figures.
Okay.
The question is simple. Which one of these objects does not belong in the group? A good old odd one out riddle. Here are your 10 seconds.
4. So it's not numbered. No, it's 4. It's 4. Wait, no.
Did you figure it out? Get it?
Oh my.
Figure? Anyway, if you choose the first figure, congratulations. You're absolutely right. And why is that? Because it's the only object that doesn't have an individual trait. The second one is round, which is different from any other shape. The third object doesn't have an outline around it. The fourth one is a different color from the rest. And the fifth shape is much smaller than the others. So, we're simply left with the first figure, which is the only one that's not odd in any way. Tricked ya! Riddle number 7. The ticket clerk. A deaf and mute man came up to the ticket counter at a subway station. The tickets cost 50 cents each. The man handed over $1, and the ticket clerk gave him 2 tickets without even checking. How did the ticket seller know that the man needed 2 tickets? Try to crack this mystery in 10 seconds.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I only need one.
Ready or not? Here's the answer. The deaf and mute man gave 4 quarters, so the ticket clerk could be certain that he wanted 2 tickets. Otherwise, he would have given only 2 of his quarters. It's as simple as that. All right, how many of these riddles did you get right? Tell us in the comments.
You guys can also say that in the comments below. How many did you get? I think I got like 2. Yeah, I barely got it anymore. So see you guys next time. Check out the bright side. Because I'm not clapping with them or anything, but they're a really big channel. They're a lot better at content than me. So, yeah. See you guys later. Freak. That's the end of today's video, so see you guys later. Peace out. I trying to block the Pringles. Yeah.